What's going on, beautiful jellyfish? It's Tracy. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And before we hop into this video, I just want to say that I kicked the cats out of my office because they're very loud and they play with a lot of things, which is fine, but obviously not when I'm filming, so you might hear crying in the background. I feel really bad for them. I will play with them and give them lots of love and attention. I promise. They just do not like being kicked out of my office or anywhere really. So anyways, today I wanted to do a video talking about unpopular magic opinions. I can already feel like the hate that's already gonna come and like the backlash that I'm gonna get for stuff, but I feel like there might be a select few who are like, wow, I actually agree with you. So that's gonna be really interesting if that happens. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but anyways, it's fine. Let's hop into it. So the first thing that is an unpopular opinion of mine is I personally do not mind if a card that I had purchased for more expensive suddenly becomes cheaper. And kind of what I'm saying is like a set like Battle Bond or like Ultimate Masters or things like that, when they reprint cards and prices go down, but I had purchased the card prior and then I lose value on that, like, oh, I should have waited until whatever. I don't really get upset about stuff like that. I do have a series on my channel where I do talk about cards, like the worst deals that I make, and it's like a little bit of like a bummer, but I don't get like really upset about it where I'm like, oh man, that video is more to be like, oh, that was a bummer, like, missed out on that sort of thing. But to be honest with you, it's like, it's okay by me. I would say that like if I lose out on a card, like it's not the end of the world to me. I'm okay with it. Personally, I think it's great that people, even if myself are not included, are able to get cards for cheaper. That's what I ultimately care about. So that's my first unpopular opinion. The second unpopular opinion is, oh my god, I feel like this is like really something that people do not like, and that is white bordered cards. I like white bordered cards. I know. I will say I'm someone who, like, truthfully, I've gotten actually to the point where I really like most bordered cards. I used to be like really weird about older bordered cards, but now I'm totally fine with them. So the reality is not me saying that white borders are my favorite or anything, but I just, like, there's some cards that, like, it just works with. Like, the art that I'm showing you of Sarah's Blessing, first off, love this art. But this in a white border is, like, truthfully, like, one of the most stunning cards, like, ever, period. It's, like, it's beautiful. Like, the art is beautiful, and the fact that it's got the white border, like, it just works. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is, like, ultimately, I feel like white borders cards are just like work with some cards. They're not like my ultimate favorite, but I do like them, and I'm definitely in the unpopular majority. So yeah. Okay, number 3 for unpopular opinions is I actually, and I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I feel like this product has gotten a lot of backlash. That's kind of why I'm talking about it, but I actually really enjoy Secret Lair. Okay, now I need to give a couple of disclaimers. I do not like how Secret Lair is distributed. I personally think that, and I've done a whole video on this, if you want to watch it, where I personally think that Secret Lair should be by demand of game stores, where game store, if I'm a game store, I might say, hi, I want 100 copies of this one Secret Lair, and then Wizards prints to demand. That's my personal opinion of how they should do it. I don't think that they should be keeping the money for themselves. I think they should be selling it via game stores. I don't agree with it there. However, I like Secret Lair because it's a exclusive type of product that it's not for everyone. And that's okay. There's plenty of products that they print that I don't care about. Like, it's fine. It's a product that I personally like. I like that it offers different art. I like that the majority of the time they're in foil. I like that it gives a safe space to reprint cards. And again, that kind of goes with the first thing of, you know, making cards cheaper. So personally, I just really like it. I don't like the why is that a hard word for me to say? How it's being distributed. I'm not a fan of that, but overall, I do like Secret Lairs, and I think they're really cool. Just wish they changed how they, you know, changed the distributing. Okay, this one, I feel like I'm like, there's a couple of these where I'm like, oh, maybe some people, like, no, people are gonna disagree with me here, and that's okay. I am not a fan of, like, artifact themed sets, like Mirrodin, New Phyrexia. I don't know what it is, guys. I have tried to make artifacts work for me in Commander before, and it is just every time I build it, I don't like it. And it's like, this isn't like a thing where I was like, oh, I built one deck. No, I've built multiple decks, and I didn't like any of them. I don't care. I use artifacts as like mana rocks, but I've tried doing other things and just nothing has worked for me. I've just never really been a fan of sets like that, and I really know that I'm in the minority here. I know there's a lot of people who really loved, like, Mirrodin was like one of their favorite sets, and like, you know, Paul is like that. Paul has totally different feelings on this. I don't know if I can really explain what it is. I've never been really excited about it. Just haven't, so. And the fifth, final, unpopular Magic opinion is I think competitive Magic is really awful. And I feel like it's funny because I feel like I had filmed so many videos back when I was playing competitive Magic, and it's not my cup of tea. And I think the thing that people need to realize when they are playing competitive Magic is if you want to be a competitive Magic player, that's your life. That's what you have to do. You can't care about other things. You have to devote all of your attention and all of your love and all that stuff to playing Magic. You know, to me, it takes away the fun of the game, where the most competitive I get is draft or a pre-release event, which those are realistically not that competitive. So it's like the most I get anymore. There's so many reasons, and I've done videos on why I don't play competitively anymore, and it's just like, my ultimate things is like my priorities in life, like, it's not on my short top 3 priorities. Like, it's just not. Like, Magic is not, it might be like number 4, but like, it's, my ultimate things are like my job, my family, like those are the most important things for me. And like Magic, like competitive Magic just like doesn't fit in there, and I don't want to just devote my entire life to playing competitively. And it was just not something that I think I really just feel like it brought so much anxiety, and like it was so many negative feelings that I feel like I got when I played. And it just, like, I never felt like I was good enough, and that's a really awful feeling, to, like, feel like you've done so much work, but it doesn't feel like it's good enough. And it feels like, I guess I kind of, to be honest, I think what I kind of wanted is, I thought that I was putting in a lot of work, which I was, back when I was playing, but the ultimate things is, I was never, like, I should have been doing more, and it felt like even the stuff that I was doing, I thought that that was going to be helpful, and I thought that it was going to make me a better player, and ultimately I just felt like I was always making misplays, and I feel like I was always being judged, and I felt like, which a lot of that's like in my head, but there was so much toxicity. It was a really toxic environment, I felt like, when I personally played, and that truthfully has nothing to do with, like, other people. Like, I just want to make that really clear, like, especially playing at Mages, like, I love the people who play at my local game store. I miss them so much. Even the people who I don't, like, are not, like, avidly friends with, but, like, they're people who, you know, I see on the regular. I'm just like, wow, I really miss, like, seeing these people, and I just, like, it's not for me, and I truthfully think that there's some people who are probably even playing right now who don't even realize that it's not for them. And I've truthfully thought about filming a video on, like, so you want to be a competitive Magic player, and, like, kind of really talking about, like, the work that goes into it, but I feel like the majority of the people who watch my channel are really here for Commander content. And I don't know if that video it's not even about, like, the views, but I don't know if that video would be, like, necessarily really helpful, because, again, it's not the audience I feel like that I have is you're really here for Commander, because obviously, like, that's what I play, and that's what, like, I truthfully love, but I feel like I'm in such a better, healthier mindset whenever I play Commander, and I think the times that I don't feel like Commander is as healthy is when I'm playing with people that I don't know, which I've talked about before, and also people who are playing at a really higher power level that I'm comfortable with, and that is kind of leaning itself into the competitive mindset. So that's just not why I'm here. I'm here to, like, ultimately have fun in Commander and do really silly things. So guys, that is it for my unpopular Magic opinions. I might possibly film another part to these. I'm not 100% sure. That just depends if I can, like, come up with another list. But if you guys have any unpopular opinions, I'd really like to know in the comments below. So definitely leave me a comment if there are things that you have. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.